Hey everyone, it's Crystal. I am so sorry that I have not updated recently. I have had complications. Um, about a week and a half, well, actually, it was the day of the last video that I made. I ended up going back into the hospital. My doctor admitted me because on my left side, I was having really bad pains that felt like somebody was stabbing me, and I'm talking like about to die pains. So, like prison shank, like somebody shanking me on my side. And it was after I would eat or drink anything at all, water, anything. So my surgeon was worried that I may have a leak, so he sent me to the hospital. And they admitted me immediately and ran a CT scan. Now, the CT scan showed massive inflammation in my stomach on the left side. He didn't know where it's coming from because he couldn't actually see on the CT right then, he couldn't see an active leak, which is what would cause the inflammation. And then he also thought, well, maybe it's an ulcer. Well, there wasn't an ulcer on my CT either. So they kept me in the hospital, put me in PO so I couldn't eat or drink anything, and just kept me on IV fluids. I was there for 3 days. Um, when I would take the liquid Loratab that they would bring me, because I was still in pain from the original surgery, they would bring me my liquid Loratab when I was in the hospital the second time, and it would be just drinking the little bits. It was like 15 milliliters that they would give me of liquid Loratab. It would be so painful to swallow that. It's like once it went down here, it would kind of bypass in my chest and come over and in my left side, and it would just be so painful. It would be sharp pains that would shoot from down there through my chest to my left shoulder. So they kept me in PO, and then what they did is ended up putting in a PICC line. I don't know if you know what a PICC line is, but a PICC line catheter is, they normally give it to cancer patients. That way, when cancer patients go in for their chemo, they don't have to continue sticking them. So it's a catheter that they insert in your arm. It's got two ports to it. They insert into the artery in your arm, and then it threads up into your heart, to the artery in your large artery, to the, I believe it's the center of your chest. Um, it so it goes in there. So when they put that in, that wasn't, I mean, very bad. The only thing that hurt, of course, was the lidocaine that they had to put down into the artery. But then when they threaded it through, it actually, I didn't feel it, nothing. So then they sent me home. They sent me home with massive antibiotics. Of course, to make sure that I didn't develop an abscess and make sure that I didn't get any further, any type of infection or anything in my abdomen, on other organs and things like that. I did that for a week. They gave me these big, huge white bags of liquid. It looked like a vanilla milkshake. It's called TPN, and that was my nutrition because I couldn't eat or drink. The only thing I could drink was my liquid Loratab. And I don't know if you watched my prior videos, but I had a lot of problems with pain initially. I was in the hospital a day later due to, I was dehydrated. I had a bad hospital stay. I was dehydrated, and I was in more pain than I've ever been in my entire life. It was very hard for me to start walking. I couldn't do anything on my own. Even getting home after 4 days post-surgery, I needed help going to the restroom, and that lasted for a good week, maybe a week and a half. I couldn't sit up straight anywhere. It was just really bad. I was in a lot of pain. And then this started. So I did that, the TPN and all the antibiotics, the white milkshake bag and the antibiotics, for 1 week. Went back and had a CT scan. The inflammation had not gotten better. The pain had not gotten better. I thought maybe it had. And then my doctor's like, well, we'll take the PICC line out if you can tolerate drinking a protein shake. So I tried a protein shake when we got home, started having the same problem. So my doctor ordered another week of the white milkshake bags, which is my nutrition, and my antibiotics. I just went back to the doctor today. He said that we have to do an endoscopy on Friday. He thinks that I may be starting to develop a stricture because he made my stomach pouch smaller than they normally do with this surgery. I don't know why. He said it just happened that way. I'm not quite sure. But I trust him. He's a great, great, great surgeon. He said that he made my stomach pouch smaller, and since I hadn't been eating or drinking and keeping it open, that the opening in my stomach has possibly gotten smaller, because as I drink, I have to take small sips and let it go all the way through. Otherwise, I get nauseous and it feels like it builds up. So I do still have the lovely PICC line. It goes from here, threads down into my artery, around into my chest, and into my heart. I have to keep this just in case I don't tolerate things. The good news is, this is probably TMI, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Being on the large amounts of antibiotics that I was on, I developed a yeast infection, which most women do. I developed a yeast infection, so I went to my doctor, my family doctor, and he gave me liquid fluconazole so I could put it in a syringe and then drink it. After I started taking that, that's when I started not having the stabbing feelings anymore. So I told my surgeon about that today, so we're just going to kind of take it slow. I've been able to keep down grape juice and water. I had some refried beans earlier out of the middle of a burrito, which my stomach is smaller than they normally make them, so I can only eat less than probably 2 full tablespoons of food. And so I'm actually getting ready to have some spaghetti sauce and ricotta cheese. I'm going to put it in the microwave and try to get that down. But other than that, I am doing fine. Unfortunately, the white milkshake bags that they give me are, in order to keep my nutrition up, to make sure that I didn't start getting malnourished or dehydrated, it's very high in calorie and very high in sugar. So I had to monitor my blood sugar all the time, monitor my blood pressure. They had to change it a little bit for me at one point because it made my magnesium shoot through the roof. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to lose any more weight than my last update. My last update, a week and a half out of surgery, I'd lost 30 pounds, which was amazing. But then when they started me on the white bag fluid that same day when I went to the hospital, or it was the next day, my doctor told me, don't weigh yourself because it's so high in calories and sugar that it's not worth it. Don't weigh yourself because you will be very upset. So I'm hoping that now, today, I'm not taking the milkshake bags anymore. That's what I call them, milkshake bags, TPN. I'm not taking those bags anymore through my IV. I'm not using my IV for anything right now. We're just keeping it in just in case he finds something on my endoscopy on this Friday. So I'm going to go try to eat something and see if I can hold it down. And I will keep you guys up to date. Trying to think. Hopefully now I can start losing weight and actually benefiting from the surgery. It's been a roller coaster ride, and I've been told that I will be happy in the end, and I'm ready to, because right now I don't really regret doing the surgery, but I'm not extremely happy yet, and but I'm waiting for that to come. I'm extremely optimistic. Lady Bubba, good luck. Your surgery's coming, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.